Hello, everybody. This is John with PhotoBiz.com, and today we're going to talk about how to set up the PhotoBiz e-commerce. And I'm going to give you a quick run through on how to set up your merchant so you can get paid, how to set up your products, your prints, your packages, any services that you're taking, whether you do online sales, in-person sales. One of the great things about your PhotoBiz account is that you can take payments through the site. So whether that's a deposit or a sitting fee, session fee, whatever you need. So let's take a look at how you can do this with your PhotoBiz account. Very, very easy to do. I'm going to share my screen here real quick. And as you're looking through this, you'll see here the homepage of your PhotoBiz account. Now, with this, it looks just the same. It's the same thing you'll see when you log into your account for the, on the average day. You go here on the left side, and you've got your different icons and everything. What you want to do is go into e-commerce. This is where you have all your different settings for your account. So this is where we're going to input things like your merchant and everything else. So let's take a look first at where you want to go so that you can actually take payments through the site. That's the most important thing when setting this up. Very first thing you want to do is go to the top of the screen here where you see payment, and you'll see a section here titled merchants. And so when you go into merchants, if you don't have a merchant configured yet, this is what you're going to see: no merchants found. And so you can click on the new merchant button. You get a message about PCI compliance. Occasionally, I hear clients that say that their merchant's asking for a proof that their website's PCI compliant. You can find this right here. You just click on this little link. It's going to open up a PDF, and this is your PCI compliance certificate. So if you ever need to reference that, that's where you can find it in your PhotoBiz account. You'll see your different merchant options here. So Stripe is the merchant that we typically recommend for clients, but you're free to use any of the ones that you see here: PayPal, Square, iTransact. There's a couple other ones. There's also offline payments. So if you want to allow a client to pay in cash, or if you use a peer-to-peer payment thing like a Venmo or a Cash App, you can set that up to use that. So first, let's see how you can set up like Square, Stripe, and these things. So you choose your merchant, and for Square, you just see here connect to Square. You'll click this button. It's going to take you. Ask you to log into your account, and I do believe I have a Square account personally, actually. So let's see if I can log into mine, so you can see what happens when you do this. And a lot of times for these things, I have like test accounts I've set up where I don't. I work at PhotoBiz, so I don't have a small business, but I was able to log in here. So literally, that's how easy it is. You just log in with your Square credentials, and it'll connect the two for you. We integrate with that API. So now, if we hit OK here and we refresh our screen, you'll see back in your PhotoBiz account here, you're connected through Square. And so this will allow you to set up to take payments through your Square account, which is really nice, because if you're taking payments in person with Square, if you take payments on site at your sessions, whatever it might be, you can have that same processor through your online store. Let's take a look at that offline payment that I mentioned as well, because this one's pretty cool, especially if you don't, for whatever reason, if you want to be able to take cash or Venmo or those types of things. Here's how you can set it up. So for payment name, we could say cash. And so we can put in special instructions here. And what's really nice about these special instructions is that you can set these up so that if you're using cash, like right here, you can say that the methods paid is this payment method is for paying by cash in person. Orders are not processed until cash payment. And so you can put in the special instructions there. Now, the other one of these that I want to show you was if we're doing like a Venmo type thing. I don't typically recommend this for most clients. if you're setting up to do online sales, set up a real merchant, because it's going to give you a lot more professionalism. And so, we can go in here and we'll just say, let's call Venmo on this one. And this is not really a real Venmo, so please don't send money to it. I just made that one up for the webinar here. And so you see we put a little thank you message just to confirm that the payment's been made. And so once you've got your merchant set up, you can see you'll have these different merchants. Now, offline payments are not supported for forms or for invoicing. You have to have a real credit card merchant for that, or use PayPal, that type of thing, so that you can have your clients paid this way. But this is if you're doing online ordering, or if you're doing payments through your site. This will let people use those offline payments. So that's the first part of setting this up. Once you've got that, everything else is really easy to set up here. And it's really just a matter of what you want to offer. So the next one I usually recommend after you've set up your merchant is set up your sales taxes, which is in that same payment drop down. You'll see that you have taxes here. Now, taxes are one of those things where you want to check with your local ordinances. A lot of times I just say, hey, check with whoever, handles your books or your tax, your end of year taxes, check with your accountant. That's who you're going to make sure you get the right advice from when it comes to what sort of sales tax to charge for anything you're doing online. I definitely recommend getting that from a professional, just so you know that you're in compliance and with whatever, your local laws are. So for sales tax, you just put in your description on here. You can choose whether you want to apply that sales tax to your shipping. You can also apply to any additional sales tax. You can do this, do these configurations here. You've got your tax rate here, and I think the tax rate in Greensboro is 7%. I'm not sure. We just add that sales tax there, and it's done. You can also add multiple sales taxes. So if you have, different things you want to offer, you can change your country. So if you're not inside the US, if you're in the UK or Canada, all that's supported as well. So you just find your country in the drop down menu here. And then also you can choose, what state you're in, or if you just want to tax all your orders the same. So you can do a lot with this. It's pretty flexible. And like I said, this makes it so that also if you have county tax, you can apply that as well. So a lot you can do with these. Very easy to configure it, and it's just a matter of plugging in the numbers for wherever your locality is. Once you've got that set, it's all good, and this will apply automatically to your order. So it's set it and forget it. Set it once and you're good. The next thing you want to look at is shipping. So your shipping, this is going to be how you actually get your products, services, etc., out to your customers. So if you have anything that needs to be delivered, or if you offer in-studio pickup, this is where you're going to configure that. And so you've got the new shipping method button here. Shipping in that same drop down as the merchant and taxes. Shipping you put in here. So let's just say United States Post Office, first class. You can put in a little description on here. And now you can charge what you want to charge for your shipping here. So you can do either a flat rate per order, or you can do a percentage-based shipping where it's a percentage of the overall order with a minimum of a certain dollar amount as well. And this is just for your overall shipping. What's really nice about the PhotoBiz e-commerce is if you have products that are maybe heavier or larger that require additional shipping, you can plug that in on those particular products, so that it'll add that cost to the product at checkout instead of having to put it in here. So let's just say that you have a $10 flat shipping rate per order. You put that in, you can exclude additional shipping costs. Typically, I recommend leaving that set to no. Now, what you can also do here is when you hit that and create that shipping method, you also can add country fees to these. So if you find that you're a photographer that's maybe doing some things that orders are going international and the shipping increases based on going out of the country, wherever you're at, you can add that new shipping cost here. So For me, I'm in the US. Let's just say that we have a client in Canada. You can add an additional, let's just say $5 to your shipping if the order comes from, from a client in Canada. And you can add those as you need to, which is really nice because it gives you that flexibility to make sure that, hey, anything that's coming in here, my costs are covered when someone orders it, and there's not any surprises when it comes to, something that someone's buying from you. So now you've got your merchant set up, your shipping set up, and your taxes set up. So now it's really just like, okay, we've got everything we need to start selling. So it's very easy to go in and set up your products, your services, your prints, your packages, everything that you're going to offer online. You can set the stuff up very, very easily. This is where you're going to go and you're going to look at your sell online drop-down menu here. And so if you mouse over sell online, you'll see there's a whole lot of different things that are listed in your drop-down menu here: prints, digitals, packages, products, services. You can create your invoices from here. You've even got gift cards in here. And price lists are something that you can set up and configure to allow you to have as many different price lists as you want to. It keeps your pricing exclusive to particular events. It's nice too, because if you offer multiple styles of photography, you can keep your product separate from client to client. And so you don't have to worry about brides seeing your family portrait products or vice versa. Allows you to offer, family and friend type discounts. So if you have, pricing that you offer for your family and friends for sessions you do, or if you do like a military first responder type discount. I've seen a lot of different ways people use price lists over my years at PhotoBiz. The nice thing is it allows you to keep that pricing exclusive. And so let's take a look at first how to set up prints. That's one that I get probably the most common is, how can I set up prints for my client galleries? So we go into prints and you'll see here, there's no print sizes found. I haven't added any yet. So I can go in, we just hit new print size and we can enter in our print size, let's say 8x10, and then you put in what you charge for it. What's nice is you can also set up multiple prints that have different prices. So let's just say that for this 8x10, I charge $40. We hit save and it's done. Now you can also decide if you want to charge tax. I mentioned when we were setting up the shipping that there's an additional shipping option here. So if you have a print, typically I don't see additional shipping charged here, but if you do have something that you need to charge additional shipping on, you can plug it in here. You hit your save changes, we click on print sizes here to go back, and you'll see we've got our $40 8x10. Now, what's really cool is you can go in and you can add another 8x10. So let's say for a different price list, I charge $65 for an 8x10. So now you've got your two different 8x10s listed in there. You can add as many different print sizes as you want to. So for the demonstration here, I'm just going to add a 5x7, and we'll say this one is $20. And you can reorganize these if you want to. They just kind of go down by default. They go down as you create them. And we'll do an 11x14. For this one, we'll say this one's $70. And it goes on and on. So you can add as many different print sizes as you want here. And if you add one in there and you decide, hey, you know what, my prices are going up this year, you can go back in and you can edit this price. So instead of $20, let's say it's $22. Very, very easy to go in and plug these things in and update them. And this allows you to create as many prints as you want to. Now, these prints, like I said, you can create price lists to keep these all separated. So once you sit down and plug in your pricing, it's nice because it's stored there for you. You can show what you want based on the event, and you can really limit, what's on there. And if you need to go in and edit stuff, you can very easily. And then if you decide, hey, I don't offer this anymore for this particular print, you can check the box, hit delete, and it's gone. So very easy to add and delete and remove things in the account. My big thing on these, I usually recommend once you've got your pricing in there, typically it's just, hey, if you need to change something, go in there and edit it. It's a lot easier to edit than create from new. It saves you a lot of time doing it that way as well. So that's how you set up your different print sizes. You also have options here. So print options, this allows you to do different things with it. The print options thing, they don't really, it doesn't translate over to the proofing. So I'm going to skip over that one. Typically what I recommend is if you have different options, just put them in a print size here. So if you have like a 8x10, and then you also want to do like an 8x10 black and white, just put it in as a print size. It's a lot easier to do it that way. It's a lot more user friendly on the customer side as well. So let's take a look next at how to set up to take session fees through the site. So this one is the one I see probably more than any other one with our customers. So if you go over the sell online, we go down, you'll see services here. So services allow you to take deposits. And I've got a couple of ones already set up in here. I'm just gonna click the button here to say new service. Now, this takes it in here, and let's just call this one a sitting fee. You can put in a little description on here. So, we'll put in, you can pay for your session with your photographer. All right, we'll just say $250. You can choose whether or not you want to charge sales tax on it, and then you choose if it's active. So we hit create session, it's our service, it's done. You'll see that you now have unlocked a bunch of other things here. You can put an image on here. So if you want to put an image for your service, you can. And I'm just going to use one of our stock photos here. We got the photographer shaking hands with somebody. This photo is definitely taken pre-COVID, so most people go with the fist bumps these days. You've got that on there. You've got a photo in there. Now this photo can be, you can also upload your own. What's really cool is that this just makes a graphic that can represent your product, service, etc. on your site. I'll add this to a page, and I'll show you where this shows up so you can kind of get a better idea on how it looks. But it's very, very easy to go in here, and you can put in different graphics or whatever you want to use for these products and services. For service, I just put that handshake one there. It's pretty easy. You can do options. So if you have, for a session fee, if you have any options you want to put in here, you can do that. This really typically applies more to products than to services from what I've seen. That allows you to do, if you have like multiple styles or service sizes, that type of thing, you can do that. You can also charge additional fees. So one place I've seen sitting fees use this is we'll add a new option in here. We say that, your sitting fee includes, 2 family members, 3 family members, however many. And then you can do additional family members, and we'll do new sub option, and we can have it say none. So there's no extra cost for that one. And then we can say 2 additional family members. And we can say that costs $100 more. So you can put these in and configure this so that as your clients go in and do this, they can pay for everything right through your website. You don't have to deal with anything on the day of the shoot. You can have it all paid up front. Photo requirements for services. This isn't really something you're going to use, but you could make it where they have to choose a minimum or maximum number of photos. I'll show you where this really applies more for products than for the service side of things. There's a digital download option. Now, one thing you can do with this that's really cool is if you have like a style guide, or you have a some sort of marketing material that you want your clients to download once they've paid for their session, you can link that here. And so if you go into on the left side of your screen here in the menu, there's a file section. And if you click on files, this takes you into like your clipboard and a place where you can upload documents. And so when you click on documents, if you have anything uploaded here, you'll see it. So you'll see I've got a bunch of different things. I've got PDFs, and GIFs, and PNGs, and JPEGs, and everything in between. One of the great things is that if you have, like I mentioned, a style guide or something along those lines, you can upload it as a PDF to your account here. And then what we can do is we can just hit copy link. And I've got a PDF for one of our SEO Go reports. I'll just use that as a placeholder. We can go back over to the e-commerce on the left side. And it'll take us back to where we were setting up the sitting fee. And we can put in that URL. So we'll paste that URL. And we're going to change this link label to download your style guide. And so you can choose how many days it is available for download. So let's just change that to 7. It gives people a week to download it. And you can choose the max downloads per order. And for this one, we'll just change this to 10. That way, if mom and dad are doing a portrait session, they can both download one if they need to. And if something happens, they need to download again, they won't run any trouble with it. So we hit save changes on that. And then there's an SEO and search section here. This is great if you want to tag your services or products. This allows you to organize them. One of the layout options you have for your products and services is the display by tag. So tags work really nice. On this one, we'll just add a session fee. And we'll also title one sitting fee. So it matches up, that way, you've got both in there. Your keywords, as it mentions here, keywords matching this product or services for on-site searching. So one of the great things about PhotoBiz 8 is that you have site search built into it. And so we could say, we'll just put in sitting fee, session fee, booking fee, booking. Just put in a couple different keywords on there. This way, if somebody comes to the site and they type in any of those things, they'll find it. If you have site search enabled on your PhotoBiz 8 site, they'll be able to find this particular item. And this applies to any products and services that you're setting up. Now, the other side of this is your SEO preferences. And so here you've got auto SEO and custom. And so this is the metadata for your particular products and services. You can go in here and configure this stuff if you want to. And so you've got your page title, your meta description, your meta keywords. You can go in there and, like I said, we auto generate some of this for you based on what you put into the product, but you can also customize it. So either way, you've got both options there. I'm just going to leave this on SEO, auto SEO for now. SEO, we have other webinars on, so I won't open that can of worms on this particular one. But you can go to education.photobiz.com and you can find all of our webinars there. We also have we have both free and paid workshops on these things. So go to education.photobiz.com after this webinar if you're interested in seeing some of the other stuff that we've got there, particularly the SEO stuff. So this has our sitting fee configured. Now I mentioned, I've got these other ones set up already, but you could go and you could create as many different services as you want to. And it makes it really easy for you. So it's not something that you have to worry about going in and creating these over and over again. Once it's done, it's set up and it's out there for you. And just like with the prints, you can set up as many of these as you need to, and then you can control it via the price list on what is available for which client. So that's how you set up services. Again, if you have questions about any of this stuff, call our support team. Our support team can guide you through any questions that you got. We'll walk you through everything from setting the stuff up to search engines. And so next, let's look at how to set up products. So products allow you to do a lot of different things. You can set up to sell albums, coffee mugs, fine art prints, whatever you want to, paintings, you name it, keychains. I've seen it all. We'll go to sell online and we'll go to products. And I've got a bunch of stuff already set up in here from different things I've done for clients and different demos I've done. So let's set up a new category for this one. And we're going to call it the e-commerce demo products. And so we can add that product category here. Now, what this allows you to do is essentially create a folder that contains all the products that you want to fall under this. This is nice because it makes it easy to organize things. And so if you have, different albums or books or canvas wraps or you name it, you can put these things in different categories. And this really makes it easier for people to find what they're looking for. It also allows you to control what displays where on the front end of the site. So we've got the option to add a category photo here. I'm just going to go into the stock images again. And I'm going to take, let's pick this one with the typewriter. Perfect. So we'll insert that. You can put in whatever photos you want in here. This is, remember, this is a category photo. So you want this photo to represent everything that's going to be found underneath this, you know, once your users click or tap on this item. You'll also find that you've got the SEO section here again, auto SEO. You can also customize it. This is nice if you want to add, you know, your own custom metadata for your product category. So now you'll see I've got my e-commerce demo products here, along with all the other categories I've set up in the past. We've got a new product button here. We're going to click on that. And so for this one, I'm going to set up to show you how to set up to do like a coffee table book. So we'll say coffee table book. And you can put in a description for your products here. So for this one, I'm just going to say my most popular product among my family portrait clients, signature table book, bound cover. So you can put in the description on here that helps you sell your product. The big thing that you don't want to put in here is your price, because there's a section right below it where you can put in your price. Let's say that this one's $250. Now you can choose if you charge tax and shipping on these. And also, again, you'll see that additional shipping cost that I mentioned when we were setting up the shipping options. This allows you to set these up. So if there's a heavier item, a larger item, again, something that costs more to ship, you can add that on here. For this particular one, we don't need to add anything. So we're just going to go ahead and we'll hit create product. Now you'll see, much like the service, it unlocks all these different items again. So we've got images. And we'll just go to stock images. Let me see if I've got a book picture here. This one looks right. We'll just insert that. So again, you can use your graphics, upload an image that's a representation of your product. You've got a lot of options with that. You can upload. We've got stock photos, whatever you want to do with it. The options thing shows up again here. And so we could choose options. And so let's say your coffee table book has different colors for the cover available. You could say cover color. And you hit choose option, and you can just put in your color. If there's an additional price for a color, you can pass it along here. So we'll say this one is the black album cover, probably the most common color for most books, but you could say red. And then if red charges extra, you could say, okay, the red is $15 extra. You can also do a percentage. So if something has more of a percentage-based price, you can increase it there too. We hit add options. And so now you'll have a product with two different options in there. You can also attach an image for these different options as well. So if you want to have a representation of those different options, you can. Another thing you can do with these options that's pretty cool is you can add a personalized message. So let's just say, let's say personalized cover message. And so add the new sub option. We'll say no, give a price for that. And then what we can do is we can go back and we'll do a different sub option. We'll say yes. And if your lab charges you extra for it, let's just say $10. We can choose yes on this. And we can put in a description of what we need from the client here. Please include a personalized message here. All right. And so you've got that. Now, here's where the fun starts with your products. You've got photo requirements. And so with your coffee table book, if you have a minimum number of photos that you need your client to choose to add to complete this product, we can put it on here. So let's just say that you need 25 photos minimum, and there's a cap on this of, let's say that it's a cap of 30. So this means that your clients would have to pick at least 25 photos for their product to be finished, but it also gives them the flexibility to add up to 30 before they're capped out. And so that's nice because it allows your clients to go in and put these on and this lets you know specifically what images they have and what the sequences are and everything else. You can also do add-ons here. So if you have a maximum additional photos, let's say that you want to charge people to go over 30, you can. And you can choose what that maximum number is. So you could say, hey, you could add up to 3 more photos and it's $10 per photo on this. Again, these numbers are all just loose. I'm using these as I'm going. These don't represent everybody's prices or anybody's prices. Just want to make it up as we're going through. You can plug in all your own pricing. That's the beauty of using PhotoBiz e-commerce, is that you've got total control over your pricing. Digital downloads for this particular product, it's not necessarily something that we're going to need. But again, if you have something that you want people to buy and there's a takeaway with it or something they get as a download, you can add that here. That URL works. And I've seen clients sell everything from Photoshop actions to, just to style guides and videos. The file section allows a certain types of files. So there may be files that you have to host on a third-party hosting to use here for the download, but it's very easy to set up. You just have to have that link and paste it in here, and you can configure the other things. SEO and search, same thing as the services. You can add tags. So let's just add a coffee table book. We're done. You can put in keywords here. So if you want to, again, have the site search working for you, and then the SEO options, you can go in and you can customize these as you need to. Hit save changes to put those in place. You're all set. There's an inventory tracker that comes with your PhotoBiz account. So if you have limited edition products that you want to offer and you have a limited number of them with stock, you can put these in here. Just a matter of going to stock and activating it. And so for this one, we don't really need it, but if you did want to turn it on, you just want to make sure that where it says, does your product have multiple options, each with limited quantities, you can choose yes. You have to go in and you have to adjust these based on those sub options we started. If they're not, then it generates a SKU automatically for you. You can replace it if you want your own, and then you can put in your initial stock, and then you hit start stock tracking. This will automatically activate it once you hit that start stock tracking, and it's nice because you don't have to worry about overselling anything that you have limited numbers of. A place I've also seen this used is for fine art clients, whether those are painters or photographers or anything else. They've offered print one-of-one prints on their site before, and is set it to 1, and they never have to worry about more than one person buying it. Once it's purchased, it's gone. So very easy to set up your products, and again, you can create as many different products as you want to. Packages is another very popular item that clients love to set up here, and I've got a bunch already set up. I'm going to walk you through the different options you have on these. I'm going to start with digital packages because that's probably the most popular one. The one I hear the most questions asked about. And so with your digital packages, this allows you to say, hey, out of your 50 photos from your portrait session, you can buy 10 digitals. And so if we hit the new package button here, you'll see that you've got fixed packages, flexible packages, and digital packages. We're going to cover digital packages first. So digital packages, like it says here, they allow the client to purchase digital versions of their images they can download after the payment is received. So we'll select that. We're going to hit next. And so you name your package whatever you want to. So we're just going to call this one package A. And you can put in a little description. Again, this is where you can sell your package. You can tell people about the package. You don't need to include, print sizes or pricing or any of that stuff. Talk about savings if there are any savings built into it, that type of thing. Because you have your quantity, you have your price, and everything else on here. So let's just put in for this one. This is my most popular family package for digital files. Save 10% versus buying a la carte. And so we'll say you get 10 on this one, and we'll say the price on this is $150. Now, one thing you also have on here is the resolution. And so you can control what version of the file the client gets. So for our clients with the website package, you'll see that you have web resolution and high resolution available to you. This allows you to choose what size photo your client gets. The web resolution, like it shows here, is great for things like LinkedIn, Facebook, and such. You get 1500 by 865 at 72 DPI. It's a smaller photo that's optimized for the web. Then you also have the high resolution version, which is 3000 by 1730 pixels and also 72 DPI. This allows you to do a little bit of a bigger file. You can make a print. Typically what I see that translates over to at best like an 8 by 10 or 11 by 14, definitely nothing larger than that. And then we have the optional original files option here. So this is one of our premium features. This is for clients who offer full resolution downloads. And so your client, if you have original files, it costs $10 a month or $120 a year, depending on if you are on a monthly or annual plan. And this is, like I said, this is an option for clients with the website package. If you have a proofing only account, then that's built into the price. But you can upload and store files up to 25 megs. And that also means that your clients can download those files up to 25 megs. And so, you choose which one of these three makes the most sense for you. And then you can hit that create digital package button. For this one, I'm going to do the high resolution. And we'll charge tax, set that to active yes, and we'll create the digital package. So now you've got your digital package, and if you go in here and you need to change anything, you can easily reconfigure it for the digital package. Now, you can't change this package to a different type of package. You'd need to delete it and just add a new one for that. But you can go in and you can change prices or quantity or even the resolution that you're getting on this. The other thing you see here is your images. So just like the product, just like the services, you can add a graphic to help you sell this as well. And so you could go in and, we'll just do, I'm just going to go in with the stock images again, and I will pick just one of these photos here. And insert that, and you're all set. And so now you've got packages set up, you've got print set up, you've got services set up, you've got all these things set up so that you don't have to, you don't have to worry about going in and adding these every time. You just got these waiting on you. So now you've got all these different things out here. You see mine on the screen. I've got quite a few different packages set up. So how do you organize these for your clients? What you can do is in your sell online section, we're going to go down to price lists. And price lists allows you, like I said, to create as many different price lists as you want to. Now, your global price list, which you see at the top here, mine is actually labeled global, it's set to yes. This is basically what's public. So if someone comes to your site and you've got different product pages set up, or you've got service pages set up, or anything like that, global is what allows you to see what the public can see. And so for me, I think if we click on this, you can see what I mean. I've got everything visible. So every product, every package, everything I've got is visible. Now, if you don't want your pricing to be public, you just want to change this stuff to none. And this ensures that anybody that comes to your site, if you've got product pages set up or anything like that with your store, they can't see them. This is good if you want to keep your pricing kind of exclusive and you want to feel out clients and you offer the package based on kind of what their price point is. But you can control this very easily. And if you need to change it or customize it, you just click on the section and you can go in and you can choose custom, and you'll see it's got, it'll show everything that you have in here. So you've got a lot of flexibility with it. Let's click on price lists here at the top, and we're going to create a new price list. So let's call this one Family Portrait Demo. And so we could see what shipping methods we've got set up. So we've got UPS first class. That's our only one. We're actually going to go back and I'll show you how to set up a thing for free in Studio Pickup too for that. Products, we're going to set none for now. Or actually, we're going to set custom. And then what we'll do is we'll turn on our e-commerce demo products. So let's just choose all for that particular category. Packages, same thing. We're going to hit customize on this. Let's hit none first and then hit custom. And we're going to go into family portraits. We're going to uncheck all of them. You see that you got check all, uncheck all here, and uncheck all. We're going to choose package A for 150. That's the one we just set up. Services, go in and same thing. Let's see what we got in services. We've got our one sitting fee category. So we're going to uncheck all these and we'll do the sitting fee that we just set up for the 250. Registrations are an older product. This is my demo. I've been with PhotoBiz for 13 years. So I've got some stuff on here that may look a little different from what you have on screen. Registrations go through the form builder now. It's an old thing we did on a previous version of the e-commerce. Prints and digital prints. I'll actually show you how to set up a digital print. I skipped over that unintentionally, but you'll see we've got our prints we set up here. There's also some pre-created digital prints here that I did in a previous webinar. We'll just have our 3 checked off here. And then print options, event renewals, those are both things that are from a previous version of e-commerce. So now we've got our price list set up, family portrait demo. This is all the things that we've made available for this particular client that we're going to set up for. Let's take a step back. I'm going to go to sell online. I'll show you how to set up those digital images again. Sell online, digital images. You'll see I got a bunch of different ones I've set up with different prices and everything. We're going to hit new image. And just like that digital package I showed you, you can go in and you can set up to sell different print sizes, different resolutions. And so for this one, again, with the website, with the standard website package, you'll have web resolution and high resolution. And then you have the premium feature for original resolution. That third option, we make it optional because we understand not everybody sells digital prints. And so if you need it, you got it. If you don't sell digital prints, you don't need to add it on there. We make that completely optional for you. So we'll just call this one social media file. We'll say it's 10. Let's say it's $10, and it's a web resolution. You can choose if it's active or if you charge tax, add digital file, and it's done. So any different print sizes that you have here, you've got them available. And you'll see I've set up everything from web resolution to print. We've got some things that talk about licensing, social media files. You've got total control over this. And again, at the price list level, you can control what client sees which item. And so you can have a master list to choose from and then go in and just plug in what you want for that particular client. It makes it extremely easy for you. The other things that you have in here that I want to show you in packages, I showed you the digital package. Let me also show you the fixed and flexible packages. So your fixed package, this is your traditional, hey, you get this many prints, and these are how many of those file or these prints you actually get. So let's just call this one the standard package. Put a little description on here. This package. Okay, great. So you choose how many poses you get. Let's say you get 4, and with this price, let's just say it's $100. And you can choose if you want to charge tax or additional shipping. You can also tag these here. We hit next, and here's where you put in your print sizes. So you can say you get 1 8x10 or 2 8x10s. You can add a print size. So you get 5 5x7s. And so on. So you can add as many different image print sizes that you want to your package here. Once you hit create package, you've got your different items in here. Again, print sizes, you can go in and you can add or remove different print sizes that come with your packages. So if we want to reorder the sequence or anything like that, you can do that. For your images, again, you can upload photos. So let's see if I've got some, I think I have some files in here we can use. Documents. Demo. Yep. I don't think I have any graphics for products, but I'll just upload a photo so you can see how easy it is. So we've got a photo uploaded here. We've got all the different items in here, add-ons and such. So you can set it up to do, you know, really whatever you need to with the packages. You can also do your flexible package. So flexible packages, this allows you to do more of like a unit type pricing. And so this is where you could say, hey, for this package, you buy this many units, and you can spread those out amongst these different price sizes or print sizes as you choose to. And so, you know, you've got the ability to set these up, and it gives you total control over this. So we'll call this one the traditional package. Same thing, you put a little description on here, flexible package. And so you can choose your poses and your quantity of prints. So let's say on this one, you get 5 poses and you get, you know, 10 different things to choose, 10 different units to use on here. This one's $250. And so here you put in your print size, 8 by 10, 5 by 7, 5 by 14, and so on. So you can have your package have whatever sizes you want. Again, you can put in images if you want some stock, if you want to use some photos for a placeholder, or something that allows you to just kind of showcase what your product or package gives you. It's really nice because it makes it visual for your clients. And so you can go back, and again, you can set up as many different packages as you want. And you can control this in the price list. So this makes it all very, very easy. Again, you can configure all this stuff, and I mean, in an hour here, we've covered how to get this thing up and running. So it's very easy to get this all set up and put together. That shows you really all the ins and outs on how to get started with your e-commerce. The other thing that I would definitely recommend that you do on here is take a look at your general settings under the e-commerce. Make sure that this email address is something that works, whether that's if it's blank, it's the email address that you use to sign into your account. You can also, if you have an email that you specifically want your orders to go to, you can do that. You can do multiple emails. You can adjust your currency here. So if you're not in the US, if you're in Canada or UK or Australia or anywhere else around the world, you can go in and you can put in the currency that you want your online store to be in. You can set an order minimum. So if you require, hey, you got to spend at least $25 or something like that to place an order with the e-commerce, you can do that. You can also go in and you can control how prices are displayed on things. So you could say if it's zero, if you set something to $0, you can have it display 0, or you can have it labeled as free. You can also hide the price until it's greater than 0. Where that comes in handy is if you're doing products where you have a drop-down menu or different options, add a price onto it. This gives you the option for it. You can save those changes when you make them, very easy. The other one is checkout. So checkout allows you to go in and you can put a custom checkout option. This is particularly helpful if you do like school photos or sports photos, and you need to know what a kid, what a parent's name is or what a kid's name is, any information you'd request from a client at checkout, you can add that here. And it's nice because it helps you with the ordering side of things. When it comes time to actually deliver these photos, who's who and who's what. You can also configure a custom thank you message here for your orders. This also attaches to your receipt. So you have a title and a message in here. You go in and just say thank you for choosing your studio. These things really help out with all the different options that you can go with in terms of setting up your e-commerce and just making it a little bit more personalized. Then you've got your order statuses. So if you have custom order statuses you want to use, you can add those in here. This is more for your work on the back end. As orders come in, you can add these in here. And so this gives you a little bit more control over how this is all displayed. So this is how you configure your e-commerce. So once you've got this all set up, then it's just a matter of putting it into your website or putting it into your proofing. In the next section, I'm going to show you how to set that up on your site and make it very easy. And we'll do a quick run through on that. If you have any questions about any of the stuff that I've covered in this webinar, this is available on demand, so you can go back and watch it. Or if you're having trouble with it, give our customer support team a call. That's 866-463-7620. We're available Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're in North Carolina, so we're East Coast in the U.S. If you run into anything you're not sure about, give us a call. Or, if it's after hours, or if you don't have time to call, or you're more comfortable with live chat, you've got the PhotoBiz assistant down here in the corner where you can access your different news article or different articles, knowledge-based articles, videos. You can send our team a ticket in via email. You can call us here. We also have live chat. So if you want to just send us a quick message, you can go in and you can send us a message right through our live chat here, and our customer support team will get right back to you as soon as we can. As you see here, usually our reply time is under 5 minutes. So very, very easy to get in hold of us, and we'll walk you through anything that you need help with. I hope that you found this walkthrough to be helpful. And if you have any questions, like I said, give us a call. And other than that, have a great day. And thank you for choosing PhotoBiz.